Okay, class, this is a big one, and I have to apologize profusely for posting this assignment late. It's an important assignment, even though it does not count for your final grade. But it's important because it prepares you for not only your final project, but you have to do this for the final critique as well, which is 5 points on your final grade. So I'm going to go through how to do the final showcase wireframes that I'm looking for. And then we're going to, after you submit, you're going to do peer reviews for these final wireframes so that you can write your assignment about what you've been reviewed on. So I want you to take a look at the creative brief, open up InDesign or Adobe XD, and go ahead and create wireframes for your final showcase. If you take a look at the final showcase project, I've gone through a couple of student examples to show you what I'm looking for. As it is stated in that final showcase project, you're going to create a new document in InDesign. You can use facing pages. Your orientation can be landscape or portrait. And you're just going to use a standard print layout, letter layout here. We'll go to inches, 8.5 by 11 inches. And make sure that you turn on facing pages. So when I create this document, it will just create my first page, and I can create some masters here. So the first thing that I'm going to want to do is create a master page for my cover page. So I can click my plus sign here and create a master for the left, master for the right. My A master, I'll just create a little design, and this will be my cover page. So here we go. I'll grab my font tool, and you don't have to select the correct font just yet. Just get something in place to mock it up. And we'll type Darren's Final Showcase. You can come up with a clever title if you'd like. Let's make that font bigger. And then I'll give myself a subtitle here. Come 140, Spring 2020. And you can come up with a more clever subtitle if you'd like to. Please be creative. This is your final. Okay, so I will use some placement tools and arrange them nicely. Since this is my cover page, I can probably get away with doing a centered layout. You could certainly be more creative than that. I would expect you to. You can use some of your drawing tools. If you plan to do a graphic on this homepage, maybe you want a nice graphic on, let's say, the bottom third of the page. You can use that graphic placeholder. And make sure with graphics, you go all the way to the edge of your document, and with text, you stay inside the margins. That's what the margins are for. But with graphics, you want to go all the way to the outside so that you really have a nice edge-to-edge design. Now I can give this shape a little bit of color just so that I can visualize my placeholder better here. Hit OK. Sure, that'll be an image of some sort when I'm done with it. And maybe I want my images to have some sort of little design on top of them. So I'll give them like let's say a grayish square. Okay, sure. Or some circles. Here we go. And again, I'm really not, for this short illustration, I'm not going to think too much about my design, but you guys are going to spend much more time on this, right? And you're going to think about your design. You're going to think about the rule of thirds. You're going to think about alignment, contrast, and repetition. And you're going to apply all of those things to your final design so that I can see what you've learned in the course. Okay, so maybe I'll use my alignment tools and line them all up. We'll do distribute vertical centers. Oh, I didn't mean to click you.